what's up, y'all, and welcome back to Becoming Untouchable, the ultimate goddess glow-up guide with your host, me, Akira. Make some noise. Yeah. I know, relax. It's only a video. But this week we're talking effort. Effort and maintenance, okay? Effort and maintenance. From where you're directing your energy to the clothes that you're wearing. I want to talk about decision making for a second and then go into a little bit of maintenance, but maintenance honestly deserves to probably be its own video. I feel like I'm dibbling and dabbling and touching on points here and there, but it's all going to add up. Okay, so the recipe for elevation or success, in my opinion, is decision plus effort leads to elevation, because every single day we are choosing something. If we are choosing comfort, on the other side is discomfort, whatever you want to call it. If we're choosing to people please, on the other side is walking in our opinion and being the odd one out, being the one who's seen as wrong or the villain or just the one that is ostracized. Everything is a choice, and at the end of the day, we want our life to be a summation of all of our good choices. We don't want to feel the pressure or the weight or the accountability of what comes with our bad decisions. But when we choose differently, our results change. Y'all know I have my iPad here. So over time, little changes become great shifts, and all in all, we're creating a mountain out of pebbles day by day, the pebbles being our thoughts. So first thing you need to decide when it comes to effort. I know that manifestation and all of the wonderful airy fairies or the girls that are super into spirituality are like, all you have to do is just be. And that is correct. And faith without works is dead. So there's a level of effort that we have to apply. I know it's just like, man, I just want to think my way there. But when you live in a society where capitalism is a thing and you have to pay your bills, when you want to live a certain type of lifestyle, you don't want to be outside on the streets, you have to put a little amount of effort at least in. So effort being, what decisions are you making? Who are you deciding to hang around? What are you deciding to talk about? Are you deciding to go outside in just the same old shirt or the same old sweater, or are you going to throw on something that you feel like if you got ran into, you'd be like, oh my gosh, this whole thing? You know what I mean? Like, you want to become a reflection or a mirror of your highest, best self. So what would your best or highest self do? This is why all of these videos are important, because we're talking through all of the planning and just the structural, the things that people overlook when they make these goals, set these big dreams, is the smart way of achieving it, right? We're all looking for an actionable plan that's step by step, holding our hand of how to get there. And the road looks different for everyone. It looks different for everyone, and we can't change that. Even if we want to copy this person's path, when we do it, it's different. Just like our DNA should all probably be the same, right? But it's the different variations that make us special and unique. So it's just finding our code, what works out best for us, how to get us there. And we're going to try this person's recipe and this person's recipe until we get to ours. And then people are going to be asking us for our recipe that definitely works for us, but we can't assure that it works for anyone else. So will you continue to put in that effort until you find that recipe for yourself? Like this video to find out. Effort is about making decisions, deciding which side you want to be on, what your aesthetic is. When you go to your Pinterest, what's on your board? Like, all in all, we're becoming this version of ourselves that other people want to look to as an example. This is how someone who walks in their highest, most authentic self expresses themselves and shows their fun personality, or shows that they do like the darker, depressing stuff. This is how they show that. And that's where we're getting to with this Goddess Glow Up Guide. It's just getting back to you. Throughout all of the hurt, the pain, the heartache, we're trying to redirect ourselves back to us, to who we are, who we've been, without all of this programming that is the insecurities of others projected onto us, and the trauma and this and all that we didn't receive. We are giving back to ourselves slowly but surely, and that's why I love this series, and I will continue to speak and share stories, because guys, I definitely have stories. I've just been allowing us to, grow and build and develop this bond together before just trauma dumping. Hello, come on, this is the internet. We're always communicating with the universe, sending signs and signals of what we like and dislike, or at least what we prefer over pain in the present. Sit with that. At least what we prefer over pain in the present. So me choosing this reality over the next one that could make me feel so much more alive, but I'm choosing this one because it's comfortable. It's what my last identity knows to be safe enough to not feel the weight of society, I guess. That's the answer to what keeps us comfortable, but keeps us safe enough till we get to the next best idea or the next best thing. And sometimes it doesn't just walk up to the door like an Amazon package and be like, here you go. It's gonna be in the effort that you put in that's gonna help to gently guide you toward where you want to be. Because when you have the destination, that's all that you need. The how, there's different ways to get to your destination. We see it on the GPS, right? We see that there's always, okay, this way has tolls, this way is on the highway, this way is the back roads. There's many ways. You may have to do this job or do this thing or apply for this, but you're gonna get there as long as your destination is clear. Because even if you can't do it by yourself, or you don't do it by yourself and you get help, at least you can say, hey, I want to go to this street, and maybe they know someone who knows someone, or maybe they know a shortcut through this way, and they can just direct you or guide you, and you're one step closer, you're one day closer. So we have to start seeing it from that perspective, allowing our level of effort to not cause complete struggle or strain, but to allow our effort to become a reflection of what we want the universe to give back to us. We're like, okay, I want to become a millionaire, so I'm gonna throw these few pennies into the stock market. Okay, universe, go, your turn. Yeah, that's how we want it. We want it to be like a tag, okay, you're it. I did my part. Ooh, I'm clocking out for the day. You got it. What's not clicking, Steven? We're trying to get to the bag. But avoiding pain and suffering looks like deciding. Because when we're not deciding, when we're being okay, this is okay for now. We're not dealing with this now because the pain of whatever is keeping us here is too great, or the excuses just are giving us the space that we've needed. But it comes to a point when you're okay, I've been in this waiting period at this point that you've given yourself, and now I need to expand. And it looks like making a decision. It looks like taking a risk, because that's how we are able to feel the joy of life, is to allow ourselves to go through the highs and the lows, not just one feeling, because it's about the wealth of it all. But deciding could mean you're giving up on one thing, but you're making progress in the other. It's this essence of almost FOMO sometimes that keeps us stuck in this loop of indecision of well, if I get the blueberry pancakes, then I won't get get the blueberry pancakes today and get the chocolate chip next year. It's just lack mindset, to be honest. This lack scarcity mindset that, okay, if I choose this, I'm gonna be missing out. No, you're gonna get to where you're supposed to be regardless. It's just a matter of how quickly can you make these decisions. How quickly can you say, no, yeah, that's not my friend. Maybe it will take some time because there's time put into that relationship. I have this theory that I feel the rookie gets the opportunity, and it's because they have a burning desire to win. Tell me if that tracks. How do you feel about that? To me, they're just doing it for the plot to see how far it takes them or how far they can go. Obviously they have big dreams and they want to get to their end goal, but they've become so determined that man, even if that's their end goal, they're just yeah, I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. What can I get out of this? They see it as just a fun opportunity, versus the next person who's been planning, studying, waiting, working overnight is come on, I need this, in desperation, and it just passes them by. Shifting our energy and matching our efforts, aligning our efforts with that is really going to give us that transformation. Because if you think about it, life can really look the same every single day if we want to. It can all feel the same. What makes it different is our thinking, our imagination. Just like when we were kids, we weren't riddled with the thoughts of everyone else. No, when we were kids, we were just playing in our mind, and we made that box in SpongeBob feel like it was Disney World. And we can get back to that. We can get get back to that. That's what we're working on, is expanding and strengthening those neural connections to keep building upon our imagination so that reality doesn't get the better of us, because reality can be boring. Sorry, it's just the truth. Boring or messy. And messy is not fun. It's not entertaining, because at some point when you're done laughing, you're going to have to clean up the mess. And whatever happens during the cleaning up of the mess, I don't know. See, the thing with the rookie is that they're willing to learn as much as they're willing to lead. So even if it's bad advice, at least they're working. We have to get so hungry about what we desire that it doesn't swallow us whole, but it allows us to keep this burning, flickering flame inside of us. Just this constant, quiet knowingness we need to keep within us, to work and build that within us, and to keep it and protect it like nobody's business. That center, that core being our identity and our self-concept, and really just working and chipping away at carving just this beautiful masterpiece that is who we believe ourselves to be and who we are in actuality. I hope that's what you're doing this work for, so that way you have no reason to question who you are. Who you are is rooted in everything that you are. All that you are is rooted in real, it's rooted in truth, and nobody can tell you different, because you know it and there's evidence. So going back to the rookie, they've decided to build excitement around their challenge instead of fear. I think that's what makes the rookie so special, is because the rookie decides to build excitement around their challenge instead of fear. Instead of being like, man, I'm really underqualified for this, they're like, how did I get here? Let me just ride this out. Like, that's how we should feel about it. We should be like, shoot, I'm here. That means I made it here. Somehow I deserve to be here. Like, we don't just end up in rooms just by chance, or end up around people just by chance. Like, nothing is by chance. We are here to make these experiences and to learn and grow from them and to do all that we want to. Like, the sky is literally the limit, and somebody else is living the reality that you desire right now. That's what I believe. I don't know about you, but I know that it's possible. And if you're here, you probably somewhat believe that as well. And I believe it for you too. And I know it'll come true. But back to the rookie. The rookie gave themselves the ability to be surprised by life in the best way. And I want to know, drop down below in the comment section, when's the last time you've been surprised by life in the best way? Like, you were just doing you or just being yourself and something good came about. You found $10 on the floor or whatever. You got surprised by life in the best way. Sometimes we need to be surprised, because a lot of us walk around wanting to control life and to control how things go, from our wedding day to what we eat in a day, to, like, a lot of us want to control and make things how we believe them to be, or how we believe they should be in our heads. But it's like, we didn't make all of this. And if we did, it would drive us absolutely crazy to have to manage and navigate all of this. It would drive us crazy. So why not give ourselves at least periods of just surrender, of like, you know what, this is difficult. You know what, I got a pimple on my face. You know, like, just letting it be and allowing the pressure to just be released, instead of just keep building and building and building until you feel like you're going to explode. Like, go get the massage. Go get that massage. Go watch that movie. Go get that pedicure, whatever it is. But it's like, all the worries and the weight of the world is what's going to aid you. It's what's going to stress you out. It's what's going to, at some point, we have to decide, what are we going to do about it for ourselves? Are we going to keep deciding to pour into and give our energy to things that drain us and deplete us? Or are we going to put our efforts towards something that's going to better us, that's going to encourage us and uplift us? And we have to make those decisions for ourselves. That's the only way to really, truly enhance the quality of our life, is to make better decisions, to make better choices, and to not allow other people to sway you. And they're like, you drinking prune juice for your digestion? Like, who cares? And what about it? If it gives you clear skin, if it helps you glow, if it helps you go, why are you like, no, you have no reason to feel embarrassed about it or ashamed about it. That's that other person's insecurity or their projection of whatever they don't believe they are. You have an opportunity to elevate and level up your life. That is the breath that runs through you. So long as you are here and breathing, it's another day, it's another opportunity for you to build the life that you want or that you believe you've wanted. We deserve that chance. If somebody gave you a paintbrush right now and said, go ahead, go draw something, go paint something great, what would you draw? What would you paint? What's that Pinterest board looking like? Really allow yourself to dream so that you want to put efforts towards your future, towards a better you, towards becoming the goddess, so that you feel a drive to want to become your best self. Not just want to become your best self because everybody's doing it. Like, you deep down actually want to see this woman or this man come to be. So the rookie allowed themselves to be surprised by life in the best way, knowing that life has its ups and downs, but the bad tends to overshadow the good because the good is silent. I saw a TikTok last week, or I think it was last week, say that the GPS is often quiet.
The GPS silent when you go in the right direction.
Right. And I just want us to sit and meditate on that, because we have to find ways to encourage ourselves and build community, to find and embrace encouragement so that we don't start to doubt our efforts and doubt our decisions that we have taken so much time to get to craft and execute. And that's what I'm here trying to build with you today, is a safe space for y'all to just be who you are and find love and support and not be so hard on yourself. Give yourself some compassion. I feel like we can easily become dissatisfied with life when we're led by fear, because it creates a cap or a ceiling, while your dreams lie just beyond that. Your dreams lie just beyond whatever fear that was instilled into you. And I think I had seen another TikTok that, like, how generational trauma can exist. It's just like you hearing your mom say, don't wear that or don't do that. Not even knowing where it comes from, you can start to attach a sort of fear that was never there to something that you're actually not afraid of, or about something that you're actually not scared of. And so we really have to work night and day on our mindset, especially above all, to develop and build these beliefs so that the decision making and the efforts are much easier and come to us much more easily than they do when we're in the energy of desperation and just trying to get to the bag and hustle. Like, we want to get to the point where we think it, we believe it, so it becomes. So it just pops up in our reality. I want to touch on 2 more things and then I'm gonna let y'all go because it's getting really long. But to anyone who maybe didn't like reading as a kid, I know y'all remember them Pizza Hut coupons for readings. When you would finish a book or whatever, you had to fill out the Pizza Hut coupon, go to Pizza Hut and get your little personal pizza. I remember those, man. That was a great incentive for reading. And I think that we need to apply these things as adults to reward our efforts of discipline and decision making. Just allowing ourselves the space to celebrate our efforts and our hard decisions that we've made. Because after we decide to make an effort, then we elevate. And all we have to do to truly get to that level of elevation is embodiment, and just constantly encouraging that embodiment. After we do all that, we make efforts to maintain changes in embodiment, keeping ourselves in a study, apply, and encourage loop that embraces encouragement when attached to a feeling of digression. And anytime you feel that you're digressing, you just apply encouragement. So I hope that this video did something for your mind. But thank you guys so much for spending some time with me. I look forward to seeing you next week, and go about your day with grace. I'll see you on the flip, goddess. Bye.